First, thank you so much for doing this interview with me. You, my friend, how many interviews have we done over the years for how many great shows that you've been on?
I'm always honored to speak to you, always. And thank you for having us.
I'm so glad to talk to both of you, but, right off the top, why were you trying to kill your co-star? And I can say that because of what you tried to do with those strips.
Oh, yeah, we had the little the strips.
Oh, yeah. It's still kicking.
You said you wanted a mint. I assumed you'd tasted mint
the
before.
The strongest mint I've ever had in my life.
They clearly don't have them in Europe.
I was about to take 2, but 1 is enough.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Well, that's off camera, but on camera, you two are partners on this great new series where, in a lot of ways, it's not just a great new series, it's also a history lesson, too, because I've never heard of this place before. I've never heard about its circumstances, and you guys are bringing this to Canadians, which I absolutely love. Sir, I'm going to get you to explain what is the show called and what is it about and why I'm saying the things I'm saying.
Yeah, the show is called St. Pierre. And it's set in a part of Canada that isn't a part of Canada, but it is a part of Canada. And it's a French territory called Saint-Pierre-Miquelon. And it's a series of arpeggio of islands just off the coast of Newfoundland. It's a huge part of Newfoundland's history, and our relationship with Saint-Pierre is like almost just something we take for granted. But for the rest of the world, it's kind of a very, very unique and interesting place that is of Canada but isn't. So it's a Canadian story in a way that I don't know of another program that could capture a version of a Canadian story that is also of somewhere else. How's that for an explanation?
I think it's a good explanation, but now I need you to explain how the two of you work together in this area to basically make sure people are pretty much safe.
Oh. Yeah, a lot of things happen in Saint-Pierre-et-Miquelon, apparently, yes. Mm-hmm. No, our two characters, so Arch is not really happy about having that new guy in her team to begin with because he's been into some really bad buzz, and she's like, to her, he's a loser and he's basically a joke. But he's not. She'll get to know him, and, Fitz is more than what people think of him. He has a very dark side and a background that nobody knows about, and she will get to know him better and think they will get along very well. They will become great partners and maybe good friends. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe good friends. And they will work very well together. They will find their dynamic, and they will solve the cases very easily, both of them. So yeah, people are safe in Saint-Pierre now that we are here on the island working together.
I love that. You're about to say something.
Yeah, when we were writing the show, so it's a procedural cop show set in this island, city, town. It's like a fictionalized version of this place, although it's set in the reality of the place. And Arch is the local deputy chief of this police force, fictionalized police force in St. Pierre. And my character is a Newfoundland cop who's on essentially an exchange there for some hot water he gets into. And they're forced together and forced to become partners. And in the writing room, Robina Lord Stafford is my co-showrunner. We always talked about Arch and Fitz as the Sherlock to each other's Holmes. I don't know if I ever said that to you before. There is no Watson in the equation. They are missing pieces of themselves as investigators and as people that they didn't realize until circumstances have forced them together. And it's more than romance, and it's more than personal. It's like all of these things combined when they are together that just really starts to click. And we're very good at our jobs.
Wait, but I heard romance. What do you mean by romance here? What's going on romance-wise?
Oh, between us?
Yeah, you used the word romance. He used the word romance.
Yeah, why did you use that word? There's no romance going on between
No,
us.
that's not. Well, there isn't I don't think we're certainly not there yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
But
Okay.
You never know. That's what people will want at some point. The audience, they love that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I don't write. He's the writer. So.
But we play. It's not predetermined. We haven't predetermined that. Because it's about what is it? Is there something beyond it almost with them, maybe? I don't know. But then at the same time, we did a take the other night in the scene where you just looked at me, and it was like we weren't thinking it or playing it.
No.
It's just something.
Something happened.
Something.
happens. Well, look, I mean, this is a tease because, folks, we need them to come out and watch this great show. But why do you think folks should come out to see this? What do you think makes this show so special as we're doing production right now?
Well, one of our directors, T.J. Scott, he likes to say, and I think he's right, that it's not just a police show, it's a characters show with a police background, and I think it is so true. It's all about the characters. The characters create the story. And they're also very interesting and mysterious, and I think people will get to know them episode after episode, and they will want to know what's going to happen to them in their personal lives, and also the crime investigations are very, very original and interesting, so people will want to know what happened. So every time I read a script, I'm trying to not be an actor, but trying to be like the audience, and I don't try to find out like who did it or how and why they did it, and I'm always surprised at the end. And I told him last time, my God, how do you do that? Because to be able to find those stories and the plots and everything, it takes, talent. And you and Robina are so talented, and they put so much love into that show. And the crew, the actors, every single person working on that show is so nice and so talented, and we're so happy to be here. I think people behind their screen will feel it, the chemistry. So I think that's why it's going to be so popular, and I hope people will love it. And I don't know, it's just, there's something about that show, so much love into it. And I can feel it myself on set, so I think people around the world will feel it too, I hope so.
I cannot wait. This guy knows I'm a big fan of his, and now I'm becoming a big fan of yours too. Folks, thank you so much for this interview, and cannot wait. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's very nice of you to say. Thank you very much.